You're so cute to the video. We don't wake up so bright and early at 8 a.m. Cinnamon is having some time to ease her way up, waking up real slow, no rush. I come back a few minutes later when she's up and ready to leave her cage. And she left it exactly how she wanted it, because those 5 minutes that I was gone, she was already up and begging for food and to be let out. She's ready to be let out as soon as she's up. No waiting for anyone else. So now I have to go ahead and clean her cage, put everything where it belongs. She says her good morning to me while I say it to her, and then she goes off to start her day of troublemaking. This is an everyday thing. She just kind of messes everything up. You're hungry? I know you are. That's why you messed up your cage. Look at your cage. Crazy. Let's fix it up. So I've just placed it back where it's supposed to be. Put all her toys away in her little box and just pick up her living space. Make sure it's nice and tidy so she could do it all over again. Look at her. I didn't even realize she was struggling so hard to get up. She got mad at me for a second, but then she realized you're about to feed me, so it's okay. I use Essentials Ferret food. I know this is not the same bag. This is the leftover of the previous bag I got her because they had ran out of Essentials and I got her something else. So this is it, the last little batch of that. Gotta get her some fresh water in the morning. She loves her fresh water. Wakes her right up. And of course, like I said, she was starving. So she rushes up there and starts eating her breakfast. She also eats like she's never eaten a day in her life. She was hungry. When she roams, I close the doors. I mostly let her in the living room and the hallway, right? So I make sure to close all the doors. As you can see, they're right there. Easy for me to see because I don't have much out here, you know? It'd be out in the open. And actually I'm gonna close this door. Sometimes I keep this door open if the trash isn't full. I'm gonna take it out right now because there's a litter box here and she can use it. But I also have a litter box in here that she uses. Ferrets are pretty smart. She has an accident, I catch her in the act just like a dog and I put her back in her cage. I think she learns from that because the next time she'll like do it less and less. You know, the first time I had her out, she would literally pee and poop every corner of the house and I just put her back in her cage, or I put her in her litter box in her cage and say, you know, go potty and stuff. I don't think she knows the cues because she's not a dog, but I say it anyway. And you know, the more and more you do it, the more they kind of understand, like, okay, she's putting me away because I probably went potty where I wasn't supposed to. And then I showed her the litter boxes for the cats and stuff. She likes them, she uses them. She still goes accidents, but not nearly as much as she used to. Right after her breakfast and right after I do my morning chores with the rest of the animals, then it is playtime. The whole time she's out roaming because I do have her cage open after I give her breakfast.
But then I actually engage with her and play with her. And this is our favorite playtime activity, is using this little mouse and stick. I also use my hands, but beware of that because nibbles and bites will happen. This is me just trying to show you her. She's super cute. I like to show her off. But she's still in play mode, so she was going a little crazy.
And then I have her little scooper thing. So I like to, I don't like to do this, but so in this corner here, I keep pine shavings in her cage. Her pee is so strong, it's ridiculous. Pine shavings reduces that odor so much. The best thing about it is this whole bag here. It's pretty big, about 2 feet tall. $7. And this grid type of litter box, again, I would highly recommend because she doesn't kick up any of that. It just stays in place, you know? You don't have to worry about messes in the cage. Pretty cool.
I, of course, make sure that her litter box is changed every morning to make sure that it just smells clean in the house, especially with the ferret. Their poo-poos and pee-pees stink a lot, so you gotta change that every single day.
I leave her door open because she's out roaming right now, so she can use her litter box.
Noon rolls around and we're still playing. We're not playing all the time, but whenever she wants to play, I play with her. For the most part, she's trying to get into places. She's hiding things into her little hiding spot, and she's playing with Corrine. So she does keep herself busy a lot, and whenever I see her out, I like to grab her and like to play with her, like to mess with her. Like right here, I could not find her. I wanted to play with her. I didn't know where she was.
Where is she?
But it ended up that she was, of course, under the couch.
You saw that far first.
As always, she started to get a little place under there. And of course, she likes to be under the pillows. She just likes to be hiding at all times. No wonder I can never find her when I tried to. When you own a ferret, you start to realize when it's time to cut their nails. They'll start scratching you so bad without even intending to. So here I am checking if it's time to cut her nails again. I usually cut them once a week because they get pretty bad. And it's terrible to handle them when their nails are super long.
Ow. Ow.
You need to cut your nails, girl.
Truck.
The first couple of times are pretty rough when trying to cut their nails.
When they're right out of a nap.
So I would recommend cutting their nails when they're super sleepy, they just got out of a nap, because they don't try to escape. They're just kind of there letting it happen. But she was up and running when this was happening, and I have cut her nails plenty of times before. So she's pretty used to it. She's pretty good with it for the most part.
They don't have retractable claws, so just like a dog.
I get all of her 10 little toes. They're super cute.
Hold on, little girl.
I'm not saying it's the easiest thing to do.
You can see they kind of get used to it if you do it like at least. I do hers at least once a week, so she's kind of used to it. They don't. I feel like they're never really gonna get used to it. So better than nothing.
But right now, it's doable for us.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Clean, cut, and ready to go. Belly rubs because she did such a good job.
Okay. You want to hold her? She give you kisses. There? Okay, I'll bet.
You can tell when it's time for a bath. I give her a bath every month. Time for a little bath. People say to give them every 3 months to even once a year. So I'm gonna start doing that. But for the sake of the video, this was her second bath in 3 months. So I thought it was cool to show you guys how I give her a bath. Another way is to give them a bath time, bathtub full of water, not full of water, water up to their neck probably, so not too much water, and just soaking them in some oat milk to keep those little musky odors away. That and it does good for their skin. Moisturizes that.
Towel. Ow! Quit it!
Bath, she smells exactly the same. But it's okay because I enjoy that smell that she has to her. It's just a ferret smell. It's a ferret being a ferret. Around 4 p.m. is when she really settles down to take her nap. So she's gone for most of the day until like 8 or 9 p.m. Then I take her out for like an hour or two more. But that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, please let me know. If you have any questions as well, put them down in the comments. I'll read them, look through them, possibly answer them. But besides that, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!